Hi, in today's video we'll be looking at how to import data from a PDF document into Excel. We will also discuss ways in which the raw data can be processed prior to being imported into Excel. I am Jafari, welcome. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And without further ado, let's do it. This is our PDF document, which consists of a table showing monthly personal expenses. The information from this table will be extracted into Excel for data analysis. To begin, let's open our Excel workbook. Here we have our Excel workbook open, and the first step into importing data into Excel is to go to our Data tab. The next step is to go to our Get Data option here. Then from Get Data, we go to From File, and there are a number of options here, such as importing data from a workbook, from a text, from XML, or PDF. Today's tutorial is about importing data from a PDF, so we select this option. Next, select our PDF file from which we would like to import our data, and hit Import. And our navigator window opens. The navigator window allows us to do a number of things. It allows us to select the data that we would like to import into Excel. It also allows us to process our data prior to importing into Excel, as you will see shortly. Here is the information present in our PDF document. Here we are seeing a table. Here we are seeing a page. We are only interested in the table, so we'll import that. It's also important to note, if we wish to select multiple pieces of information, that we check the Select Multiple Item checkbox here. However, we are only interested in this table, so we have highlighted it here, and our next step is to go to our Load or Transform Data options. Looking at our Load button, there are two options, Load and the Load To. Load will allow data to be imported in the current worksheet, whereas Load To will allow you to select how you would like to view data in the workbook, such as a normal table, a pivot chart, existing worksheet, or a different worksheet. Now let's look at our Transform Data option. The Transform Data option allows you to format data before loading into the workbook. We will go ahead and use a Transform Data option, then format our data, then use our Load To option to load the formatted data into a pivot table. Let's do it. Let's select our Transform Data option. Click Transform Data, and here we have our selected data loaded in our Power Query editor. Now let's format our data. I will format data by removing these two columns. And renaming these two columns. Let's do it. And there it is, our data has been formatted by removing and renaming columns. Now let's look at our Load To option. In the Power Query editor, the Load To option can be found here, and it is referred to as Close and Load To. This simply means saving the changes we have made, closing our query editor window, and specifying how we would like to load our data. We would like to load our data in a pivot table, so let's select this option. Selecting Close and Load To option, and here it's asking us what to do with the data. We would like to load this data in a pivot table, so let's select this option and click OK. And here we have it, our data loaded in a pivot table format. Let's create a pivot table. And there we have it. Our data extracted from a PDF document used to create a pivot table. I will not be going into details on how to create pivot table in this video, as I have already done so in a previous video. I will share the link to that video so you are able to check it out. And that's it for our video on how to import data from a PDF document into Excel. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Bye.